This actual play is intended for mature audiences and contains themes that some viewers may find upsetting. Please check each episode's show notes for specific content warnings and enjoy the show with care.
We are back with public access, and we are starting with public access. Public access. And we are starting with back with public access. We are back with public access, and before we get too far today, we have a guest joining us today, all the way from Victorian era London. Michelle, tell viewers who you are.
Hello, I'm Michelle Kelly. You may know me as Cecily from The Between, but today I'm somebody different and very exciting, but probably equally hateable.
Fantastic. Well, let's begin with the Great Degoya County Chili Cook-Off. You are the road trippers. It's the summer of 1987, and you have just finished your first year at the University of New Mexico. You're heading out on a road trip that will take you all across the country, but your first stop is the small town of La Fresca. Every year, the best chili chefs in and around New Mexico gather at the Moroccan Hotel and Convention Center in La Fresca to compete in the Great Degoya County Chili Cook-Off. The prizes? Fame, favor, and a $250 Sears gift card. The Chili Cook-Off is sponsored by Janie Meatpackers Limited and is a major event in tiny Degoya County. I need for you each to know that you and your friends are attending the Chili Cook-Off because it seems like a fun, kitschy thing to do, but also because you're intrigued by the rumors swirling around it. People gone missing, strange gatherings at night, orgiastic celebrations, and other bizarre events have all been connected to the Chili Cook-Off over the years. What specific rumor about the Chili Cook-Off have you heard?
I heard that back in 1978, one of the pots that was submitted to the cook-off contained not one, not two, but 5 human teeth.
I heard a rumor, and I'm not so sure it's true, but one of the judges has had to drop out because each year when they've been presiding over the award ceremonies, they've been seen with one fewer finger.
I heard a rumor that the last winner of the Chili Cook-Off mysteriously disappeared 3 days later. But the pot of chili that they left continues to grow.
Like, I heard that director, what's his name? Like, Jorge A. Ronlinson, he's been researching his next big movie because of how 2 years ago everyone got, like, zombified by how good the chili was.
Fantastic. The first hours of the Chili Cook-Off are fun, but mostly unremarkable as far as these things go. A lot of beer, a lot of live music, and a whole lot of chili. It's nearly sundown, and you all have just met up in the parking lot, trying to decide whether to stay for the final round of the competition or to get back on the road. Go ahead and roleplay that scene. If you need some inspiration, think about the best chili you tasted today or the most amusing attraction or display you saw. Roleplay.
Okay. So I got no human teeth in any of my cups. I'm not believing the hype. I don't. Maybe it is all just rumors.
Is it possible it was just like corn?
There's a slight difference between corn and human teeth. 5 human teeth in one bowl. It's hard for me to think that that is not connected. But I was expecting something. I would have settled for a ring on a finger. At least then it would be beyond rumor, right? It's just nothing. There's no.
Are you saying you're disappointed that there was no human teeth in your chili?
In a manner, yes. I just wanted the rumors to be true. I wanted something to happen. I'm so bored. I am so bored of this entire fucking county.
Oh my god, dude, you should have gone on the bean twister. It's like they put you in this spiral funnel of beans and you have to try and get the white one out of all the red ones. It's so sick. I got hit in the face so many times. It's so fun.
Oh, I thought that was just chili splatters, but you're bleeding. Okay. Cool.
It's cool. It'll heal or whatever.
Are we gonna stick around? Because guys, it's kind of getting late and this is pretty dry.
But we haven't tried all of the chili yet.
Yeah, I've only tried 3 different types of guacamole.
Of what?
You know, the green squishy stuff.
I just need you to say it one more time. Out loud for us all.
Guacamole. Oh my gosh, you'd think if you were going to a cook-off, you'd know the names of the stuff, Nina.
Sure, Jerry. Sure.
Is she right? Is it guacamole? Because I've been saying it's a sick rich guac all day. But if it's guaca, I'll hit the guaca.
The guaca, cool.
Guaca.
I am so down to blow this joint. But I'll go with whatever you guys want to do.
Oh my gosh, did you bring a joint?
You all suddenly feel a slight but distinct drop in temperature. You're standing in a large shadow that wasn't there before. When you look up, you see a man, the biggest man you've ever seen standing near you. He's at least 7 feet tall, with shoulders as wide as the handle of a shovel is long. He's wearing a red shirt with pearl buttons swelling to burst, jeans that look like they were pieced together from multiple discarded pairs, and dusty cowboy boots. He has a big Stetson on his head and a bolo tie shaped like the sun around his neck. He addresses you. I had a dream last night. I saw a tower of bodies laid before an altar of bone. So many bodies. More bodies dead than walk the earth. And upon that altar sat a queen. Or was it a she-wolf? Mother of Rome, did it please you to watch your children fight like dogs for your love? Friends, Romans, I have come to bury Caesar, not to praise him. The evil that men do lives after them. Oh, forgive me. Hell is empty and all the devils are here. The wolves have heard the birthing howls of their sister mother, and they are gathered for the feast. Lord, what fools these mortals be. The man turns and addresses someone next to you all, but no one's there. Begone, Sycorax! This island is no longer yours. Let the beast writhing in your womb die unborn. Let the milk within your bosom run sallow, and... The man doubles in pain and worms begin to writhe beneath the surface of his jaundiced skin as though they were trying to rip through and touch the air outside. He addresses you with pure desperation in his jowly face. You must hurry. You must hurry and stop these foul disciples, these flesh renders, these carrion eaters who feed on death instead of life. Violent delights have violent ends, never forget. The sweetest honey is loathsome in its own deliciousness. He is mad that trusts the tameness of a wolf. They are called the disciples of the flesh, and they serve she that feeds. Go back to their foul, blasphemous temple in the Moroccan Hotel and Convention Center. Return to their gluttonous rite disguised as a cooking competition. Unmask the disciples or use your own rites to bring low she that feeds. If you do not, all will suffer. The man, screaming in agony, disappears in a ball of white-hot flame. And now I address the following to Nina. What sign or message is burned into the parking lot concrete where he was standing?
Still in the embers and the ash of that great form that is reduced to nothing more than scorch marks on the road is the face or the outline of a deer, a great stag, its antlers crowned out and magnificent, but they curve up into a point at the top, as if an arrow pointing in the direction of the Moroccan Hotel and Convention Center.
And now I must address you all as players, not characters. The road trippers can get in their Jeep and drive away. If they do, you should each narrate an epilogue for your character showing how they put this strange incident behind them somehow and enjoy the rest of their vacation. Then the sign or message burned in the concrete that Nina just described is a clue the latchkeys can use for an active mystery. If, however, the road trippers return to the convention center and do as the big man implores, the sign or message burned in the concrete is the first clue you find for this mystery of the chili cook-off and the disciples of the flesh. Know that completing this mystery will give your latchkeys access to a new move and special rewards. However, if your road tripper is killed, your latchkey must immediately mark the chromatic desert. If you have already marked the chromatic desert, you must mark the pure white signal. I think I know what your answer is going to be, but are you going to be continuing into the convention center or turning back?
No, I think we're good. Let's just let's return to the Dream of Zagreus, right?
It was really good to see you all. I'm out.
Love having you, Michelle. Bye.
So
Love you,
nice,
Michelle.
Michelle. So brief but perfect. Yes. we're
Please,
gonna-
Jason, take us on the great chili cook-off adventure.
We are doing it. We
gonna
are doing
press
it.
on.
All right, let's go around the table and learn a little bit more about the road trippers. When I call on you, please tell us all the following: what you're studying at the University of New Mexico and what you like to do for fun. Then everyone else will say one thing we think you brought with you on the road trip, which you'll add to your corner of the Jeep. And it functions just like your corner of the house. So I'm going to start with, let's start with JJ.
JJ is studying journalism at the University of New Mexico. And by looking at him, you can tell that because he's perennially got a pencil behind his ear and a notepad in his pocket. In terms of what he likes to do for fun, not a great deal with other people. He likes to stay abreast of campus affairs and write about them for the Campus Chronicle. But other than that, he cuts quite a solitary figure and doesn't socialize a great deal. And any attempts to do so have generally ended in social embarrassment caused by his overwhelming awkwardness.
Fantastic. Now we will each say one thing that we thought JJ brought with him, and so long as Matt agrees, or you'll write it on that part of the sheet, Matt, You can always ask for a revision as well. Who has an idea?
I think he brought a big clunky dictaphone with like a cassette tape in it so that you could interview the winner of the cook-off, just in case it was useful for an assignment.
I'm going to say that you have a bit of an echo of your latchkey, JJ. You have a little black book of contact information, but in this case, it's all the like movers and shakers on campus, like, you know, the head of the student government and, you know, the people who run the, you know, the commissary or whatever, right? That kind of thing.
I think you have phone number to the person who runs the hotel.
I think you have a little Swiss Army knife that your dad gave you as a giving away, like a going away present before you came off to university.
No one's going to give me a bazooka. No. Fair enough.
A gun! No, sorry, I couldn't possibly.
Fantastic. Let's go to Nina. Nina, please tell us what you study at the University of New Mexico and what you do for fun.
So, Nina majors in English literature with a minor in English language. And for fun, you can tell from the way she dresses in that new romantic era of hers that she is a tryhard. She loves music. She loves listening to vinyl. She loves talking about vinyl incessantly. But it's all an act, all a front. You know that there's something else that she'd rather be doing the entire time because she's bored. She's just constantly this unfilled cup. And so while she's going on and on about Adam and the ants and whatnot, there is just this emptiness with which she talks about everything. And what she really wants to be doing is being back home in her dorm, reading the classics.
Fantastic. What do we think Nina brought?
I don't think I can resist giving Nina a croquet mallet.
Nina, I think you brought, just because you're paranoid to leave it anywhere else, your diary.
I'm going to say that you have, among your most prized possessions, a signed headshot of Robert Smith.
Nina, I'm gonna say that you brought like a change of clothes that's entirely out of your usual fashion because you love the idea of being a romantic heroine who has to disguise herself.
Fantastic. Let's keep going with Leon. What are you studying and what do you like to do for fun?
Leon is on a partial sports scholarship. His major is psychology, just because for some reason he finds it easy to think about what's going on in other people's heads, even though it doesn't come out the most eloquently at any point. But he does really enjoy baseball. That's his sport. He's the ace of the bases. Anywhere you put him, he's great. Except for right now, because he has blown out his shoulder slightly. So he's a little worried, and he's at the chili cook-off to take his mind off of it.
Well, it's got to be the baseball bat, right? It's got to be the baseball bat that you hit, the home run that secured you that scholarship. It's your pride and joy.
I'm going to say you have your like lucky like socks like gym socks that are unwashed.
I think you've got half a bottle of incredibly strong painkillers.
You've got the Whitney Austin. There we go. You've got the Whitney Austin record that always makes you cry, but you'd never admit it. But you listen to it for good luck before you play an important game.
Fantastic. And finally, let's learn about Gerrilyn Ambrose. Gerrilyn, what are you studying at the University of New Mexico, and what do you like to do for fun?
Gerrilyn is studying early modern theatre, and she doesn't understand what the hell they're all talking about. Like, why do they use such weird words? Like, what does it even mean? But she commits it to memory surprisingly well. And for fun, she just likes to party. She wants to know where the action is. Like, let's have a drink. Let's have some fun. Let's cut loose. Why is everyone so serious all the time at this university? Seriously.
I think that Gerrilyn from her modern theatre class has a neutral mask.
I think Gerrilyn has stashed one bump of cocaine.
I'm going to suggest that you will go on to invent beer pong, but in the meantime, you're kind of working it out. So you have like different like supplies for like the ultimate drinking game that you're trying to sort out.
Got like a schematic in the back of a notebook with like red cups and question marks. Okay.
Working out the rule, you're play testing it.
Great.
I think in her purse, she has a bottle of mace, which is maybe mislabeled as like bear repellent or something, but it's mace.
Fantastic. I think that's everyone. Now, you do have questions and opportunities here, as you do in a normal mystery. The first question is, who is the leader of the Disciples of the Flesh? It's a complexity 6, and the opportunity is to resolve the mystery by challenging them to a chili cook-off to assume leadership of the cult. The second question, which is an alternative way of solving the mystery, is how does she that feeds commune with its followers? Complexity 8. Opportunity, resolve the mystery by conducting a ritual in the hotel's basement that will allow you to enter the dead god's dream and shatter she that feeds his connection to the material world once and for all. Now, I will tell you, you do not have access to your latchkey's moves, their corner of the house. You don't have access to those are the main things. Oh, the key of the child. You don't have the key of the child, your moves, or your corner of the house. You still have access to the key of desolation for the three of you who are latchkeys, and you have access to a new key called the Key of Good Eaten. The Key of Good Eaten can be selected up to 3 times total, so it's a limited resource for the group. And each mark is selected in order, and whenever you want to do it, just let me know, and I will read the prompt to you. And so, are there any questions before we start our lost transmission? Then we see you all going back into the Moroccan Hotel and Convention Center. This is the most luxurious 1-star hotel in La Fresca. The Moroccan Hotel and Convention Center has 200 rooms and over 20,000 square feet of attached meeting space, with 2 halls and a state-of-the-art theater. The lobby's vaguely Middle Eastern theme is obscured by flagpoles, country music flyers, and other assorted idols of Americana. Unbeknownst to guests and the general public, well, we'll get to that in due time. Let's paint the scene. No matter where you go in the hotel, you can't shake the feeling you've stepped inside a giant creature's stomach. What do you notice that makes you think it's not all in your head?
I think with some hotels that you stay at, there is this stench. It's almost a mixture of like bleach and everyone's musk. And it doesn't smell clean, it smells distinct, and you only smell it in hotels. In the same way that charity shops only smell like charity shops, you know, they have that distinct stench. But the Moroccan Hotel and Convention Center doesn't smell like a hotel. It smells like bile. And it is acrid, and it stings at our noses, and no matter which room we go into, no matter which hall we go down, it smells awful.
Building off that, a lot of the carpet has this oddly visceral tone to it, deep scarlets and kind of vibrant pinks, being kind of concentric, like circle patterns that makes it look like muscles and fibers. But there's also, you know, how some hotels and airports and hospitals have markings on the floor so people can follow where they're going. There's this yellowy green path to follow, but it lays out in exactly almost the same configuration as a bile tract that leads through this visceral carpet.
As we walk along the carpet down one of these halls, there's a strange pressing, almost as if the walls are getting closer the further you walk down. And you can extend your hands out, and they seem to be the same distance apart, but as you look down, you feel something in your throat constrict as you feel your vision go smaller and tighter, as if you're going down somewhere you can't escape.
You know that sound when your body is hungry and it makes that horrible gurgling sound and you instinctively tighten your abs to try and shut it up? Every now and then, as we're moving through the hotel, you hear a rumbling sound that cuts off, as though the hotel itself has tightened its muscles. And you might glance that way and, oh, it was just the elevator rattling past. Oh, it was just that staff lady with a trolley of, are those fresh towels? They smell just as bad. There's always an explanation, but every time you relax, that gurgling, strange sound rumbles throughout the hotel.
You can move to the rooms section of the hotel if you feel the need to, but the mystery will principally take place in the convention center wing. And if you take a look at the mystery in the character keeper, I have listed all of the sort of major locations of the convention center. They are the Fran Tulliver Memorial Theater, Hall A, which is known as the Carnarium during the cook-off. That is where the actual cooking is happening and the chili is being consumed. Hall B is the so-called Walk of Fame. This is where all the various vendors and quote-unquote celebrities go to have booths and, sell things and sign things. We have the kitchen. There is a kitchen. Shenanigans. Shenanigans is an Irish pub-themed restaurant that can be found in the convention center and where a lot of people just go to hang out and get a drink. And then, of course, from the big man that there's a basement, though you don't yet know where the basement is, how to access it. So that might be something you keep your eyes open for. And so with all that said, let's start with you all entering into the convention center. There are still quite a few people milling around. There's a lot of excitement because we are getting ready to go into the final round of the actual judging of the chili cook-off. And so the finalists are all kind of gathered in Hall A, and there are some, I think there's like They have like a little stage area in the kind of main central kind of gathering point, where they have different, like, throughout the day they've had, like, people playing the guitar and other little performances going on. Right now there's a bunch of kids from a TV show doing a little dance, and it's clapping with the little dancing kids. That's always fun. And yeah, the scene is yours.
Hey, Granny Petunia's on the board. Good for her. Good for her.
We've done this before. We've been through this before. I want to know what's behind all this. This feels like a facade. I'm going to go down to the basement. There's got to be something beyond what's in the carnarium. There's got to be something beyond the Walk of Fame. And if they're hiding something, if it's bodies, and I hope it's bodies, that's where they'd store them.
Guys, I really don't think we should be going kind of like in staff-only areas and off. We should just kind of try and stick to the...
Oh my god, you massive geek.
It's just... nothing good ever happens in basements, trust me.
I mean, like, sure, but also guys don't normally like burst into flame in front of us, so it's like, par for the course.
It was clearly some like David Copperfield stuff, like, don't be thrown by it. Like, that was just a completely normal thing to happen.
Oh, you guys saw it too?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought I was still high.
Oh no, yeah.
Did you think the same, Jerry?
Yeah, but how come you won't share your joints with me ever?
Oh my! I tell you what, come down to the basement with me. I'll light one up.
I mean, if we're sharing rollies, then I'm coming.
Rollies.
What are you saying, nerd? You coming with?
Fine, but I'm not happy about it.
Oh, but can I like grab like a bowl like before we go down? Like, because they're still like offering, and again, we didn't try all of them, so.
A bowl of chili.
The carnarium.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Quick though. We'll go, and then we'll all go down to the basement. Okay.
So fast. Like
And
when
to
we're
be
seeing,
fair, I
like,
might
I'm
get the
not even here.
munchies. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
To the carnarium.
JJ, like, as we're walking, sidles up beside Gerrilyn and says, I just want you to know that like Goki Loco is fine. I've heard people saying that, like, that's okay. And also when you said like Pico de Gallo, that's also like, I've heard a lot of people saying that, and Jalapenos as well, and Pozoles, that's completely fine. Like, you just, in fact, you speak Spanish kind of beautifully.
Yeah, I know. I did 2 whole classes of Spanish before I was like, But thanks, I guess.
De nada.
I'm having
Well, I don't think I've tried that yet.
I'm having flashbacks to Mexican Week on Bake Off. All right.
As a nation, we're sorry.
We have so much to apologize for, but that has gone to the top of the list.
The carnarium. The carnarium is the primary battleground of the GDCCCO, with competing chefs slinging chili in adjoining booths bearing colorful placards and hot plates. The smell of simmering chili intermingled with unmasked body odor dominates the poorly ventilated hall. The aforementioned Grandma Petunia is there, a bit of a dark horse in the competition. No one really saw it coming, especially because she's making a very controversial white chili. That is, people are a little put off by that, but it must be good enough to get her through. We also have Carl, the Cayenne King Wilkes, Frankie Flamethrower Lopez, Alberta, the Albuquerque Tornado Ross, Spontaneous Combustion Charlie. His chili is so hot. It is so hot you have to sign a waiver before you can even try it. Let's paint the scene. The chili seems to be having a strange effect on those who consume it. How can you tell that no matter how much people eat, the chili actually seems to be making everyone hungrier? The appetite for chili is vast and bottomless.
I think we can see off to one side a couple of people who are eating a chili out of like paper bowls. They have eaten the chili and then they have licked the bowls clean and now they are chewing through the paper.
There is a group that have clearly come in together, and they're huddled around one of the stalls, each with their little cup in hand. And while some at the stalls next to them are biting through the paper fervently, just this quite respectable little old woman is tasting hers with a little like wooden spoon, sort of sampler, and tasting that, and then takes a larger spoonful. And then all of a sudden the spoon is forgotten. She's gotten her hand into the cup and is just shoveling it into her mouth. And her eyes are far too big for her belly.
There's a couple in front of Combustion Carl's stand, and they've been there for a while. They've gone red in the face and there are tears streaming down their eyes. But between the two of them, there is a bowl of chili, and both of them have their fingers gripping on the edge of the bowl, and they are tug-of-warring, and their fingers have gone red at the edges from the heat of the chili, but they are gripping on and fighting each other for this bowl, neither letting the other gain ground.
And over at Flamethrower Lopez's stall, he is calling out to say he's got to stop serving. He needs to hold some back for the final judging. But his call gets more and more desperate as the crowd just keeps surging forward. And as he tries to pull that pot of chili back, people are gripping it and pulling it towards them, shoving their heads in to eat it like a pig out of a trough. And he is screaming and begging, this is his year, but not if there's none left for judging. He can't hold them back. They're going to eat every last bit.
You all have your first clue, which is the appearance of this strange stag symbol in the parking lot after the big man disappeared. You will need to get to the bottom of what's going on here with his strange message, these disciples of the flesh, she that feeds. What is everyone doing right now? Let's just go around the table. JJ.
I think JJ is going to look for a vendor who is sold out and is sort of packing up and is not competing in the final, and I'd like to go and talk to them.
Fantastic. Nina?
I think Nina's sticking with Gerrilyn, probably close to the entrance, assuming that Leon is going to very quickly honor his word of grabbing a bowl, and then we're going to get out.
Gerrilyn, same thing?
I think Gerrilyn elbows Nina and points at the sign for Spontaneous Combustion Charlie, and he's like, maybe he knows why that guy blew up.
Couldn't hurt to ask.
Not the worst idea. Yeah. Leon, what about you?
See, I wanted to go to Flamethrower, but there's just a massive crowd there, so I guess I can go and visit Granny Petunia again.
Fantastic. I think, Leon, as you're kind of standing in line for Granny Petunia, the person next to you is a man in his mid-50s wearing a fanny pack and a kind of very faded GDCCCO 79 t-shirt. And he kind of he gives you a little bump on the elbow and says, is this your first time at the cook-off?
Yeah. Oh, do I look like a newcomer?
Well,
I
you
got the
just
kind of face.
you're young. That's all. So just I assume, unless you've been a Chili fan going way back.
I mean, I like it. When it's made decently and at a competition, everyone's got their own little style, their own little flavor, a little more chili, a little more bean.
I've been coming to the chili cook-off, well, ever since it started. I mean, he kind of shows you his 79, t-shirt. Yeah,
Oh, sick.
me and my wife Jody, she really loved the chili cook-off. It was just, kind of our little tradition every year.
Oh, she come with you this year? Or?
Well, she's no longer with us. It's a real shame what happened to my Jody. But when I come here, I feel so close to her. It's almost like I have a piece of her inside me.
Oh.
I'm Ephraim Goldman. He goes to shake your hand.
Lee? Leon.
Leon.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Let's keep going. JJ, yeah, you can find someone who's kind of packing up, and the person you find is actually kind of a big deal. You actually recognize this person. This is Robbie Flint's, the bad boy chef of East Santa Fe. He owns 3 underground burger joints across the state, famous for their exclusive clientele and closely guarded mystery meat menu. He's got a bunch of tribal tattoos, eyebrow piercings. He's a bit of a celebrity, local celebrity at least. What do you do?
JJ is so bad at this. He is so nervous about approaching someone with any kind of public profile. He is just holding his dictaphone out on record and slowly kind of shuffling towards him as he's packing up, and he eventually just kind of awkwardly squeaks out, tough loss this year, was it or not? I don't know.
He looks up and says, it's all political, I mean, they don't want like a real chef competing in this thing. This is strictly for amateurs, and so I think there was a little bit of bias in the judging, if I'm being honest.
What was in your chili? I saw some kind of interesting stuff out there.
I mean, yeah, sure, black truffle oil, an interesting choice perhaps for chili, but I'm trying to elevate this thing, right?
Yeah, you seem to be like a real dilettante. Do you mind if I record you? I'm writing a piece for the Albuquerque Journal.
Oh, yeah, sure. Sure, yeah. Robbie Flint's, the bad boy chef of East Santa Fe, was busy packing up his gear and his equipment. They had asked him to judge the competition, but he said, "No, I'm going to go in and I'm going to compete." Like one of the people.
So are you talking about someone else, or was this? Sorry, is this you in the third person? I don't want to editorialize, but I'm a little confused. Sorry, I didn't make myself clear. I'm from the Campus Chronicle, but I'm hoping this piece will get into the Albuquerque Journal. It's called Beer and Cornbread in La Fresca. It's a journey into the dark heart of American chili, and I kind of thought that perhaps you might have some kind of insight into what goes on here, because I'll be honest with you. It's kind of fucking weird.
Make the meddling move with presence. Maybe composure. No presence. No, for you, composure. It's got to be composure, right?
8.
Fantastic. We'll get to that in a moment. Spontaneous combustion Charlie is standing in front of there's a kid who's eating some of the chili, and Spontaneous Combustion Charlie, he kind of looks like his name suggests he should. Big wild shock of red hair, just like flop sweat and just red skin. And he has a little apron on that says burning up for my love of chili. And he's like, so what do you think of that, champ? Pretty good chili, huh? Yeah, I can tell the heat. I can tell the heat is building up. Yeah, you feel that in the back of your mouth? You like that? Do you like the heat, champ? Do you like the heat? And the little boy is like crying and like just like lip quivering and like hands shaking with the bowl. What do you do, Gerrilyn?
Gerrilyn kind of she kind of makes her way over. Hi, Mr. Spontaneous?
Yeah, that's me. Yeah, hottest chili in the Southwest.
Oh my gosh, hi. So I was just wondering, like, is your name Spontaneous Combustion because when people eat your chili, they like actually burst into flames, like literally, but like literally burst into flames?
And he kind of like, he says, no, that's actually just a coincidence. When I was 9 years old, I was laying in my bed one night and I actually burst into flames, and they had to,
oh my
they had to
gosh.
call the fire department to put me out. Do you want to see the scars?
Yeah.
And he's like, he has got burn scars on his body.
Whoa. Oh my gosh. That's like so weird. Because there was this guy outside, right? And he was like this really big guy. And he like severely mangled some Shakespeare and then burst into flames. Do you know anything about that?
I've always wondered if spontaneous combustion was that communicable, like a disease, like a chain reaction. My parents also burst into flame, but like years later.
No way.
Way.
Do they have scars?
Oh, they're dead. Just burned to a crisp.
Okay, no, this is gonna sound really weird, but like, did they leave behind like a weird picture of a moose?
He says, hey, listen, pun intended, you're smoking hot.
Yeah.
But like in a, non-threatening girl next door kind of way.
Oh my gosh, thank you. Like, that is literally what I write on all of my letters to agents.
To agents? Oh, are you like a writer, an author or something?
Oh no, I'm an actress. You might have seen me in Blood Cabin 4.
Oh, Blood Cabin 4. I love that movie.
Yeah, okay. So I have one line, like 52 and a half minutes in the extended edition that only showed in 3 cinemas.
Oh my, I should be asking you for your autograph.
Oh my god, I'll give you my autograph 100%.
Do you remember that scene when that guy got set on fire by the killer?
Yes! Oh my gosh! Yeah, so I was sleeping with that guy.
That was really traumatic for me to watch, actually. Very triggering.
Yeah, I can see why that would be, yeah.
Go ahead and make the meddling move with presents.
Okay.
You've earned that role.
Okay. 6, 7, 8. That's 9.
Fantastic. We will return to this. And so we got 2 rolls on the table. I do want to check in briefly with Leon. I haven't forgotten about you, Nina. Leon, the Grandma Petunia line is kind of long, but Ephraim has been to the chili cook-off many years.
So, like, I'm really sorry to hear about like your Jody and everything, but like, so since you've been coming to that, I've heard some like real like wild stuff. And I guess since you're like a veteran of like the cook-off and whatnot, have you like seen anything like really like wild? Like I'm not like asking if you had like an orgy or something, but like have you like seen anything like weird?
I love it. Go ahead and roll with the meddling move with presence.
It's 6.
Nina. You're just kind of standing there waiting on everyone to do whatever they're doing.
And they're taking forever.
You are approached by a young man wearing the maroon polo of the Moroccan Hotel and Convention Center staff. And he has like kind of big, thick Coke bottle glasses and kind of bad skin. And he says, hello, ma'am. You seem to be lost.
What would make you say that? I think at that point Nina's going to pull out a joint and just spark it. Right. What's the matter, nerd? Cat got your tongue?
You cannot smoke marijuana in the Moroccan Hotel and Convention Center.
Oh, don't worry, bro. This isn't marijuana.
My name is not Bro. And then he points at his name tag, which says Bart very clearly on it.
Bart. Bartholomew.
No, it's just Bart. Everyone thinks it's short for Bartholomew. It's not.
I think she just blows a little smoke in his face. You want to tell me what I'm doing again, Bartholomew?
I'm going to have to get security, madam.
You go do that. I'll be here.
He just like stomps away. JJ, as you're talking to Robbie Flint's, you'll notice, I mentioned he has a bunch of tattoos, right? And that probably wouldn't really catch your attention necessarily, if not for the fact that one of them is the exact same stag symbol that was burned into the concrete. But, and here's your clue, he also has tattooed on one of his arms an apparent quote from the Bible. Unless you eat the flesh of the Son of Man and drink his blood, you have no life in you. John 6:53. He says, I don't think I actually got your name, friend. And he goes to shake your hand.
Gastineau. Joe Gastineau.
Joe Gastineau. Robbie Flint's bad boy chef of East Santa Fe. And he shakes your hand and he says, wow, Joe, you have really soft hands. You must moisturize.
City hands, I believe they call them.
It's like, yeah. And then he like actually kind of pulls your hand in, like he doesn't let go. He kind of pulls your arm in toward him a little closer. He says, very, very smooth, unblemished skin as well. You really take care of yourself, huh?
And I think JJ pulls away and kind of nervously laughs about taking care in the sun and generally being on top of a good skincare regimen.
Hard to do in New Mexico, huh?
It takes some doing, yeah.
Well, you're doing a fantastic job maintaining your corpus.
My corpus, okay.
Hey, JJ Gastineau. You really want to know the story of cornbread and beans and whatever else, murder?
Well, I'm sort of questioning it now, but go on.
What was it? Anyway, you want the real story? You want to see what's really going on? You want to know the truth? and he writes down a number and puts it in your palm. That's my room number. Come find me after all this, and I'll show you the truth. I'm going to give you a condition. Fine flesh. Continuing on, Ephraim says, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of strange things that have happened over the years. I mean, of course, I'm sure you've heard the rumors about all the, past winners and other people connected to the cook-off going missing.
Yeah, I mean, things like that. Like there was this ongoing bowl of chili from the last one, and
Oh yeah, the special chili.
like-
That's real.
what?
Oh yeah,
Like
yeah.
it's a
Yeah. Well, it's not like, I mean, the stories would have it be like some sort of like pulsating, sentient, organic mass that just grows and grows, and that's ridiculous. No, it's actually just a bowl of chili that they just have been maintaining, kind of like the like the Olympic flame. They never let it go out. It's that kind of thing. The chili never empties. They always add to it. I mean, there's a really there's a historical basis for this sort of thing, right? I mean, it used to be in medieval times, the innkeeps would have their like pot of stew, and they would just like keep the stew going forever and ever. It was always going. It's kind of the same thing.
Oh yeah,
The ever
I've heard
chili, if
that.
you will.
Yeah. Oh, so it's like available as like an option, because I went around like 3 times and I didn't see it.
I go way back with the chili
Right.
cook-off. I have access to the special chili. Do you want to taste the special chili?
Yes, I want to taste the special
Then
chili.
we're gonna
Can I call you FG or something? I feel
I
like
can
we're
call
gonna
you
be like-
LE.
Yeah.
Cool.
Match
LE.
made in heaven.
LE
Match made in
and
heaven.
FE. Love it. You know what? I don't have much of a taste for white chili right now. Let me take you to the special chili. Let's go. Let's go do it.
I mean, like something about the white flavor just appeals to me. But yeah, let's go to the special chili.
And yeah, he leads you off out of Hall A into the kitchen. He says, I'm not supposed to take people back here, but like I said, I have special privileges.
I mean, I totally believe you. Does it look like the kitchen is
Well, we'll
occupied?
We'll get to the kitchen in a moment. Your clue that you get, Gerrilyn, as you're talking to our friend, is he's got his pot of chili there, right? And there's that little boy who's like, he's like weeping at this point, just tears streaming. And he like takes a bite and he's like, oh, and he kind of opens his mouth and just like spits back into his bowl what appears to be the end of a human thumb. That's your clue.
Like,
But how
ew.
you respond? How do you feel about this?
Like, gross. Hey.
Let's have the day move. We're not. There are no phases in Lost Transmission, but there is still the day and night move. Let's have the day move. What are you afraid is going to happen right now if you lose your cool?
Okay, yeah. So Gerrilyn totally thinks this is a prank. and the spontaneous combustion Charlie is just like seeing what she's gonna do. So she's worried that he's gonna lose interest in her if she isn't like totally cool about this.
Okay, good. Go ahead and roll with composure.
Okay. That's a 10.
Nice. Yeah, and I think he actually kind of plays along with you a little bit. He's like, "Oh, hey, champ, you found my little surprise." He's like, "Did I mention that I'm very into I really love like special effects makeup. Maybe with your contacts in the world of acting, you and I can, make something happen,
Oh my gosh, yeah, like I totally know so many contacts. Yeah, I have loads of those, so probably. I mean, you're clearly so good at it. Like your scars are really realistic and everything.
I mean, those are real. I burst into flame when I was a child.
Right. Sorry. It's been like such a lot of chili today.
Yeah, right. Well, you come back and find me later. We'll swap Rolodexes.
Sure. Oh my gosh, yeah, totally.
Rolodexi? Rolodie?
Oh, it's Rolodoxus.
Oh, okay.
I got you. I'm just gonna like take this rubber thumb so I can show it to all of my contacts how realistic it is. And she just sticks her hand in the little kid's chili. It's like, I'll just. Yeah, it's like really
The little
realistic.
boy is like going various shades of red to green, right? And just runs off.
Like, do you not like have a mother or something? Like, oh my god, parenting.
He says, "I don't think he does have a mother."
Oh my god, does his burst into flame as well?
That's a good cut. So, Nina, you don't know where Bart's got off to, and everyone is just kind of like off doing their own thing, and they left you at the entrance to Hall A. What are you doing right now?
She's still waiting for everyone to come back, and I think is slowly dawning on her that they're not going
Let's
to.
make
And
things
as
a little more complicated.
oh, fantastic!
You will see a friend from childhood crossing the convention hall. His name is Trace Tulliver. And now you might even remember that he is the Tulliver of the owner of the person who the theater's name is in, or is related to them. Indeed, the whole hotel was built by the Tulliver family. You see Trace Tulliver. He's wearing that kind of short hair, dyed kind of like, it's kind of choppy and dyed pink, and he's wearing all black. And he goes into shenanigans. I have to ask you a question. You had a big falling out when you were younger with Trace. What's the story between the two of you? What happened?
It's the classic story, isn't it? Behind the bleachers, when we were 15, 16, little Nina, little lovely Nina, poured her heart and soul out, practically ripped her heart out, held it out in her hands and held it at Trace, and just said, I think I love you. And Trace laughed at her. And it was that grating laugh that stuck in her head. It sounded like gurgling, like it was something he found so truly funny. It was a laugh beyond just humor. It was a laugh that ended part of her soul. And she sat there and watched as her heart died in her hands. And he walked back off to his friends, and she just sat there crying. And that same feeling is what washes over her now. She's bigger now and different.
What do you do when you see Trace going into shenanigans?
I think she will grab a pot of chili out of someone's hand that's like walking past her, put the joint out in it, and then toss it aside and walk into shenanigans after him with all of the confidence that she can muster, knowing that she's an entirely different woman now.
You walk into shenanigans. Top of the morning to ya! Top of the morning to ya! Top of the morning to ya! All the employees have to stop whatever they're doing when someone walks in and yell top of the morning to you. It's like 6 p.m., but that's neither here nor there. Shenanigans is a pub-style family restaurant attached to the hotel. Convention attendees will congregate there to network and maybe awkwardly hit on each other, that sort of thing. You have a bunch of unhappy servers wearing green suspenders and leprechaun hats scurrying around. It's really busy right now. No sign of Trace yet. There's a bar, seating. What do you do?
I think I'll pull up a stool at the bar
Oh.
and try and grab the bartender's attention.
Yeah, the bartender's very busy. He's like, making drinks. He's got his little stupid green hat. Somebody else walks in. He's like, top of the morning to you. And then he goes back to making his drink. And then you get just a little waft of cigarette smoke. And at the other end of the bar, there's an older gentleman. It almost looks like, maybe it's just a funny thing that the light's doing in here. It's a dim light, but he almost looks monochromatic, black and white. He's wearing a fedora and a long kind of, he looks like a detective out of an old movie or something, long coat. Salt and pepper hair, mustache, smoking a cigarette. And he looks over at you and he gives a little doff of the hat.
I think Nina will walk up to him, hop down from the bar stool she's just sat on, just walk up. Well, you're not boring, are you? You're very different.
Abraham Rosenthal, private investigator. And he goes to shake your hand.
Nina takes it. Nina Powers, English literary student.
Well, Nina Powers? You're right. I'm not from around here. I'm not some flim-flam man straight out of Chi-Town. I didn't haul my caboose all the way to the sticks just to chin around with these jamokes. I'm here for answers. And I'm not blowing this 2-bit gin joint until I get them.
I said nearly the exact same thing to my friends not half an hour ago, and they abandoned me for chili. You know where we find answers? You know where I think we find answers? I think they're hiding something in the basement.
I've had a very similar thought, Nina Powers. You and I, we should try to find that basement.
I like the way you think, Rosenthal.
So who are you looking for?
Who? What do you
What?
mean? Huh.
I was hired by one of last year's attendees' families. They went missing. Kid by the name of Casey Wilcox. Do you know him?
Name doesn't ring a bell, but I don't remember hearing he'd gone missing either.
Well, his family seems to think he might be in this area somewhere. And this was where he was seen last year. Maybe he's in the basement.
I think there's a part of Nina that is slowly fizzing with excitement at the idea that there is something, there's a bigger conspiracy to it all, and she's right. And she's absolutely dying to get there. And she's like, well, what are we waiting for? Let's go find this basement.
Nina Powers, I don't want to concern you too much, but that young man with the fuchsia-colored hair sitting in the banquette in the corner over there, he's been staring at you ever since you walked in. An old friend of yours?
Not by a long shot. Let him stare. Let him watch what he could have had.
Fantastic. This is a good time to ask to paint the scene for shenanigans. Amid the shamrocks and fake sports memorabilia, framed photos above the bar commemorate past chili cook-off champions, going all the way back to the mid-70s. What strange fates have befallen past winners in the years since their victory? I need a story for a missing champion of the cook-off.
There was one champion from 1980. Roddy Roadkill Ramirez. And his chili was chunky. You had to bite it, and it lit a fire in your throat and your belly, and you left satisfied. And he was king. Till he was hit by the bus. They didn't find his body for 3 days, weirdly. It should have been on the side of the road. But it wasn't. They found it more than 300 yards from where he could have possibly landed. And by that point, the animals had made real roadkill of him.
1982. Franklin Fish Oil Martinez. As his name suggested, he had a special ingredient that he liked to put in his chili. Nice little dash of cod liver. Makes it all kind of silky going down. A lot of people put him out of the running early on, but he made his way right to the top. But then, 3 days later, no one could get a hold of poor old fish oil. Until they found him all the way at the bottom of that deep, deep lake.
Perhaps one of the chili cook-off's most controversial winners, 1984's Kenny Legs, so called because of his eccentric Cajun chili gumbo fusion, involving quite a rare ingredient in the shape of a protected species of frog's legs, which he poached from the Floridian Everglades. With his winnings that year, he took a long holiday and was eaten by an alligator as he was attempting to secure some more fine cuts. But the extra controversial thing was the following year his brother won, serving up a chili made with the gator that ate his brother.
Well, of course, it wasn't called Shenanigans back in the early 70s. The first year of the chili cook-off was held in O'Hannigan's. And it was just a little affair, couple of people gathering in the bar, bringing in their homemade chili, up against Ms. Irma O'Hannigan herself, the proprietress of the establishment. And it came to nobody's surprise that Irma O'Hannigan won. Of course, just a publicity stunt to promote the bar. And, you know, they say her real name's Hernandez, but let's not go there. And that same night that she was the inaugural winner of the GDCCCO, she went to raise a pint of her favorite, definitely imported Irish beer, she'll tell you. And when everyone went to sip to toast, it tasted just a little bit off. So Miss Irma said she'd go down, check the barrel. And then there was an explosion. And when the other staff went down, they found no body, just fizzing, discolored beer.
Fantastic. So, let me put JJ and Gerrilyn in time and space. JJ, once you're done with questioning Robbie Flint's, where do you go?
I'm kind of shaken by this interaction with this, well, the very strange way that ended, and I am seeking out Gerrilyn across the convention center.
I think you can find Gerrilyn. Yeah, that's good. Gerrilyn, before you leave, I'm going to give you a condition marked by spontaneous combustion, Charlie. But the two of you can have your scene.
I think that Gerrilyn probably doesn't even notice JJ approaching, and he's kind of absorbed in this reverie. And he clocks Gerrilyn and just kind of holds his hand out to her and says, do you think I've got good skin?
Like you mean like the skin on top of the chili? Because I think that means it's been sitting out too long. You should probably get rid of that one.
No. This guy, he told me I had like great skin. No one's ever said that to me before. Like, what are you? I mean, I don't want to sound presumptuous, but what do you think of my skin?
I mean, it's pale. I guess some people like that. You know what it looks better than? This is so funny. And she pulls out the thumb end from her pocket. Look at this fake thumb. It looks better than that. And she'll plonk this mottled end of thumb covered in chili into JJ's hand.
JJ, that's definitely a real thumb. How do you react?
I think he stifles being sick instantly and drops it on the floor. I'm pretty squeamish still.
I'm going to make you roll the day move, and because of sickened, I'm going to put you at disadvantage. That's an other JJ condition. What do you think is going to happen right now if you lose your control?
I think I'm going to look worse in front of Gerrilyn than I already do.
I can do a lot with that. Let's go. Let's get dice on the table. Roll with vitality, please. And disadvantage.
That's an 8 with disadvantage.
Very good. You might as well bump it because I'm going to give you another condition. So you've already got 3.
Well, I certainly can't mark a key of desolation, so let's do a key of good eating.
Key of good eating. There are 3 boxes to mark here. We'd mark the first one, which says, each road tripper, all of you, narrates a flashback to the best family meal from your childhood. What was so great about it? What small aspect of it was unsatisfying? Be thinking on that. Let's continue with JJ and Gerrilyn. JJ, how do you react?
He's keeping it together, and I think he then realizes everything he's just said to Gerrilyn and how insane that sounds about his skin. But he's also savvy enough to realize that Gerrilyn hasn't quite understood what he's saying, and he kind of snaps out of it and is like, apart from the thumb, did you find anything else out?
I think I've made some pretty exciting connections in the industry. That's the film industry. We just call it the industry.
I don't know too much about that, but have you seen like Nina? I think we kind of lost her, and I'm kind of worried that she's gone down to the basement without us, and I really didn't want to go down there. I did say I didn't want to go down there. Like, I'm very worried about anyone going down there. But have you seen her? Nina.
Oh, yeah, no. I think she left. She was supposed to wait for me, and she just flaked, which is like so typical Nina. I guess we should go find her.
Yeah. You haven't seen Leon, have you?
I'm not like everyone's secretary, JJ.
Fine. I think JJ at that point just pulls a fold-out chair out and stands on it to try and get a better look across the convention.
Fantastic. We'll come back to this in a moment. The kitchen. So FG Ellie leads you into the kitchen. It's the hotel's kitchen, which kind of sits in between the convention center and the rooms. And it's been rented to the GDCCCO for prep work, which is unsuitable for the live show. So basically all the like real work happens back here, and then they just sort of pretend to cook the chili up in the hall A, you know. The stainless steel counters and appliances are in remarkable condition given the amount of cooking that has apparently been done. You'll notice that there is someone actually like standing. They look like they're standing guard by the walk-in freezer. like there's like a hotel staff or something that's just like standing there. And we have a paint the scene question here. What odd cooking instruments do you see around the kitchen? How do they seem more suited for surgery than cooking?
There's a pair of tongs in a utensil holder. But the tongs, if you look closely, they aren't designed to close. They're designed that when you pull a handle, they open. They are forceps.
There's a very long, serrated blade, an egregious looking bread knife that's thick in the way that a bone saw would be.
There's one of those, we have them in the UK, it's like these JLM advertised kitchen utensils that's like 4-in-1, but it couldn't possibly be one thing. It's an amalgamation of like knives and forceps and blades and all sorts, all mangled together. It could be used for cooking, but then we see just engraved on one side, property of E. Mortimer.
I think on the pass, there's the heat lamps, and almost inexplicably, one of the lamps has been replaced with a dentist lamp that kind of pulls out and down, that is kind of spattered with something unpleasant.
What if there was like a dentist chair? That would be weird, right? So you're in this kitchen. There's kind of no one around right now, probably because like the cook-off is kind of, winding down here. There is this like kind of like man in hotel maroon polo, hotel staff uniform standing in front of the walk-in freezer, and FG kind of leads you over there, and he kind of leans in and he kind of mutters to the guy, "Blood for blood." And the man says, "Flesh for flesh." And then he just like opens the freezer door. And FG looks back at you and says, "Are you ready for this?"
Yeah, is that like a secret code? Are you like in like... No, you can tell me after we get in the chili.
You turn, and the walk-in freezer is not actually cold. There's no like blast of cold air that comes out. And it's also a little bit longer than you would expect it to be. It almost looks like a corridor. And lined up along the walls are about a dozen people turned with their backs to you, their faces up against the wall, creating like a path to the end of this corridor. and you have to roll the day move to even go inside. What are you afraid is going to happen right now?
I am afraid that when I go in here, that guy is going to lock the walk-in and I won't escape.
This is going to be with composure, and I'm going to make this extra complicated because on the inside of the freezer door, there is a marking of the labyrinth. It's been etched on it. You are going to roll with disadvantage.
Sir.
And as you're like standing there and like seeing that, FG leans into you and says, "You can never really find the center."
Wild, okay. Oh my god. It's 6.
We see Leon step into the walk-in freezer. FG and also Bart are standing outside of it as you look back. And Bart says, "You're going to be with us now. Isn't that exciting?" The door closes, and the people who are facing the walls turn, and their hands begin like kind of pushing you through. They're funneling you deeper and deeper into the walk-in freezer. It's almost like that Catherine Deneuve movie. I can't remember the name of it, but with the arms coming out of the walls, you know, it's kind of that kind of situation. And you get to the end, and you see a woman, an old woman, with an apron that says Chef D, and underneath her chef's hat, a really bad red wig, tending to an enormous cauldron of chili. And she says, "We've been waiting on you." And that's the last we ever see of Leon.